Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Kinston where another arrest has been made in a murder that happened. Kinston police say they have arrested Davida Rawl in their investigation into Tuesday's deadly shooting on Manning Street. Police say Davida and her brother Quandarius Rawl, who turned himself into police on Tuesday, had orchestrated the killing of Davida's ex-husband, Ryachek Harper. Now, Harper was found suffering from multiple gunshot wounds and later died at the scene despite life-saving efforts. WITN spoke with Chief Keith Goyette this week, who said Quandarius Rawls claimed the shooting was in self-defense. However, police say that their investigation led them to believe the shooting death was premeditated. Davida Rawl has been charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. She was taken into custody yesterday and is being held in the Lenoir County Jail without bond. I also want to highlight that the Craven County schools around the Vanceboro area will again be on a remote schedule for today due to the manhunt of the murder suspect who also injured a Craven County deputy. And Craven County Schools says Vanceboro Farm Life Elementary, West Craven Middle School, and West Craven High School will operate on a remote day of learning for all students on Friday, today, October 31st. Staff will work remotely. Now, law enforcement officials continue to search the area for Dominic Conley, who's wanted for killing his grandmother, who was found in her burned-down home this past Saturday outside Havelock. Now, the 24-year-old Conley is suspected of stabbing a Craven County deputy at a fast food restaurant at 380 Highway 43 in Vanceboro Wednesday night. Now, we also want to again continue to keep an eye on the forecast. Even though today is going to be a very sunny day, we're looking at lots of sunshine carrying over from today into the weekend. Right now, 57 degrees in Morehead City comes with a west-northwesterly breeze at 15 miles an hour. Lots of sunshine again will lead us into the mid-60s coming up later on today, but I don't think we're going to be getting quite as warm as where we were yesterday. So if you're anticipating the low 70s coming up this afternoon, I wouldn't hold my breath. Right now, we've got 55 degrees in Greenville. A big reason why is the westerly winds. Yesterday, we saw more of a southwesterly wind, and that helped boost air temperatures throughout the afternoon. Today, those winds are going to come a little bit more out of the west to northwest, and that will provide more of a cooling effect versus a warming effect. Right now, most of us sitting generally between around 52 to 57 degrees. We do have Stumpy Point right now showing up at 58 degrees. But again, right now where we're at is where air temperatures will likely be later on this evening when many head out to do some trick-or-treating. So if you're wondering, okay, well, what's it going to feel like tonight, when we're trick-or-treating? Head outside right now. Do so in the shade. Using the sun it's a little bit of a cheat move there. But if you get in the shade, kind of stand around, kind of feel that air a little bit, that's how warm it's going to be by the time we get to around 8 o'clock at night tonight. 9 o'clock may be a touch cooler, but it gives you kind of an idea of what to expect and can lead to, say you want to go outside right now in your costume, get a good feel. It can give you a nice kind of test to see exactly what you may need to add to your costume, or who knows, maybe what kind of adjustments you need to make to stay cool if, things are a little bit too hot and sweaty in your costume. Here's a look at what winds are doing right now. Generally, again, seeing more of a west to west-northwesterly breeze coming in at about 7 to 15 miles an hour. Those winds will likely hold at that same level throughout the afternoon. We'll see those winds turn a little bit calmer later on this evening as everybody heads out to, again, grab some tricks or treats. Hopefully more treats than tricks, but regardless, it's going to be a fun time as rain chances nil for tonight. Whenever we got a Halloween forecast, if you can get it with no rain expected, you're doing a pretty good job for yourself. Here's what we've got tomorrow morning, though. 39 degrees, going to be a chilly one as we kick off the first weekend of November. 55 by 11, 58 by noon, and finally we'll hit that 60-degree mark a little bit after 1 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, It's going to be cooler. It is going to be cooler. Still sunny, but it will be a cooler day, due largely, in fact, to the northwesterly wind that will be in play because of the position of that area of high pressure. Whenever you see a high pressure system, you got to remember they rotate clockwise. So if that high is off to our west or off to our southwest, it will encourage more of a northwesterly wind across the east. That acts as a coolant versus, what I'm sure many of you may want when you see sunny skies. Not going to get too much warmer so long as that high pressure system is there. And we get to Sunday, an area of low pressure starts to work its way closer to the east. That will likely roll over the region coming up late Sunday night into Monday morning, leaving us with a shot of rain coming up to start the work week. I think we'll see again maybe a few drops late Sunday night. I wouldn't really plan on too much of your Sunday being affected by any raindrops, but we will have some cloud cover showing up once we get to Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening. And everything again will turn sunny and dry by Tuesday right around midday, and will stay sunny and dry through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, despite a dry front rolling over the east coming up late Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. That will drive Thursday's temperatures down nearly 10 degrees, about an 8-degree drop there from Wednesday to Thursday, with overnight lows falling all the way into the upper 30s by the time we reach Friday morning. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Halloween.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.